Thanks, Gerald. And thank you guys for coming today. You know, it's great to be a member of the Taxpayers Caucus, and these members, as well as the ones who weren't able to make it here yet today. What I love about these people is they listen. They're not listening necessarily to all the special interest groups. They're not listening necessarily, at least not as much as they are, to our citizens, our people who are actually expected to carry the burden. I said this on the floor 2 weeks ago, and Hillary Clinton was right. She was right when she said that Americans have not received a pay increase in 15 years. The median income for Americans has dropped the median household income has dropped $80 since 2000 or 2001. In the meantime, just the pay, there are a bunch of other expenses as well, but just the pay range 9 on our union pay scales for AFSCME. July 1st, 2001, $50,136. Now the household income, median income, was $57,000 that same year. And what about today? The cost to replace that $50,000 position is now $63,552, a $13,416 increase, or 21%. And that's just to replace the position at the starting wage. What about that same employee who's never had a pay or never had a promotion? 14 years later, he's had a $36,000 increase individually, not the household, individually, to $86,414 or $440. The following year, $88,401 for a $38,000 increase. And in year 17, he'll have $40,247. That's the increase. He'll be over $90,000. Someone who started out below the median household income is now $40,000 over it, or $30,000. Ladies and gentlemen, the people who are being asked to pay for this, they've taken a pay cut. Their household income has taken a pay cut. And now we're being asked over and over again to increase taxes. No, we're not being asked to increase taxes. We're being asked to hold a gun to their heads and tell them that they've got to pay for this stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, this doesn't even include the amount of increase to the health care costs. While our poor people, our working class people, are stuck paying for Obamacare and the increase is on that. Our public sector employees are being shielded from it and are demanding health club memberships. The world is upside down right now. When I was elected to be a part of the conversation, and we are being frozen out. In March, when we did the fiscal code, when we did the code bills, all that information was fresh to us. I was asking then, both in caucus and on the floor, or in the press, that we have a budget done in May. We had all the numbers. It was all fresh. We should have had at least one budget bill out there for everybody to see. We should have been having this discussion in caucus and on the floor. But no. A small group of people are working behind the scenes, and they're talking about holding that gun to the head of the people and demanding for more money. It's time we put a stop to this. Again, if somebody tries to say that we haven't asked for this stuff, if somebody tries to say that we haven't been trying to get the information, that's a blatant falsehood. I've done it publicly in the press, and I've done it in caucus. We should have had a budget out there in May. because those schools, the counties, those human service agencies, after the last 12 months, deserve a chance to get their budgets done on time. The school districts are supposed to have theirs done in 3 more days. And yet here we sit. They can't figure it out because we're sitting on the numbers. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, that we change how things have been done around here for the last 15, 20 years. We need to have these discussions out in public. We need to have the negotiations, and we need to have the people see what the numbers are, what people in government are trying to demand by the force of law to take from their pockets. The last 6 to 8 years, we've had a number of people, as our citizens have woken up, they're sending more and more people like this freshman class that we've got that is standing strong. More and more people in the class before and the class before that. They're fed up. You want to talk about what happened or why Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump are getting so much traction? It's because they've realized why the American people are so fed up. And it's the way things have been done in the state and federal government for the last 30 years. We need transparency, and it's well past time that we get that show on the road. Thank you.